Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, beautiful people. My name is Francine, and I'm here with my channel, The Hermetic Herald, here for another message for you guys. I'm going to be doing a channeled message, and what that means is I'm just going to be touching base with the spirit team of Jungkook, JK. I want to see what his spirit team has to say in regards to his current career path, how things are going for him. I also want to look into his love in regards to his fan base, his romantic potential with regards to a partner in the future or currently. I just want to touch base with him and see what information and insight I can share with the collective. I feel like there's a lot of excitement surrounding JK. I feel like he has a lot of gifts, talents, and wisdom to impart in this reading. So I want to start off by just lighting some sage. So that's what I'm doing when you hear that clicking sound. I'm trying to get some good energy. First, I need to clear out the energy here and then invite some positive energy into the space. So if you guys are new, I feel like some people might not know about tarot. So I'm going to be reading some cards that are going to be touching base intuitively on some subjects here. I feel like tarot is something that is really beautiful and useful, and when it's used in the right way, I feel like we can use it to ask questions about our day-to-day lives, questions about what we should do going forward, but usually it's supposed to be used as a tool for your intuitive nudgings. So it's supposed to help you discern what you're meant to do or what you're meant to see in a situation. So it's never meant to restrict you, to hold you hostage in any way, or to prevent you from doing what you want to do, because free will is always at play. Remember that you are empowered to make your decisions wisely and to make the decision that is best for you. You are not controlled by anyone. Okay, I really want to make sure that I focus in on empowering other people, that they can also do tarot, that they can also read intuitively for themselves, and also that this is just a matter of personal preference. I love doing readings for the collective, I should say, for everyone, and also for celebrities. So if you resonate with celebrities, there may be a deeper reason for that. So I want to touch base with the fans of Jungkook and also a number of members as well. So let's get started. I just want to start off with a couple of dice, okay? We're going to look at some numbers and synchronicities that JK has on his career path, because I feel like numbers are very important. We have number 1, number 7, number 3 coming through. Number 3 is about a lot of change coming in for him. So he's having a lot of change. And I feel like he's been at ground zero before, because intuitively I'm getting that he had to work his way up. He is a very hardworking individual. Look at all the 3 guys. So I feel like he is definitely transforming, and he's always transforming. It feels like it's constant for him. Sometimes you don't have to go through that process that many times, but it feels like he's doing it constantly. So let's look at where he is now in his current situation here. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, spirit team, thank you so much for being present here today for the group or people that are meant to see this message. Please help us understand. Help me tap into Jungkook's spirit team here. What surrounds his current situation? Where is he currently at right now? Thank you so much for the messages. So I'm hearing 6. So we're just going to shuffle 6. 4. Ooh, okay. 5. 6. I'm hearing 3. So 1, 2, 3. Weird. 1, 3, 2. 1, 2. Okay, let's start out. So where is he now and what surrounds his current situation? We have Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is the inspiration that I was talking about. The Ace of Wands represents inspired action, feeling the need to step forward and move into something new. He's always constantly shifting in terms of his style. I feel like he's always expanding and learning something new in his path. I feel like he also is coming from a place of openness. He is a very open energy, and he is currently just open to whatever life has for him and what life throws at him. Very confident, very sure of himself with the Wands energy, because Wands usually indicates, fire energy. He has a fire and a spark about him, and has a spark to do something passionately. When I think of fire, I think of also fire signs. So we have Leo, Sag, and Aries energy here. So what is his ambition? What motivates him? What motivates his career, drive, and initiative? The King of Wands. Passion, determination. This is someone who is going to go wherever he needs to go in order to acquire the skill sets, the wisdom, the knowledge that he needs to move forward. Like I was saying, guys, with the number 3, that was significant for him, because I feel like as a King of Wands energy, you are a king already, meaning that you've already taken the time to get to this point. This is one of the hardworking kings in the deck. I feel like this is someone who started from the grassroots level. They started off small and they rose to the occasion, and they are now at the king level. So this is really cool, really beautiful work here. I'm hearing he's done a great job, done great work already. So he should be really proud of himself. I just need to say that. Okay, number 3, what are his long-term goals? Wow, so the 10 of Cups is here. Long-term goals is to have a family. Long-term goals is to be in harmony with someone in the future, romantic partnerships, but also very, very close friendships. He wants to be in harmony. At the end of the day, he wants that to be his focus. Not everyone has a long-term goal of this. Sometimes people have long-term goals of being alone or being isolated or focusing on their career path. You would get more of a 10 of Pentacles vibe. But I feel like with the 10 of Cups, it's about emotional fulfillment, enrichment. He wants to be at peace and joyful and sharing it with people. He wants to share his love, his joy with other people. That is his long-term goal. That's what really drives his I feel like I'm hearing drives his engine. I don't know why I'm hearing that. I don't know if as a kid he used to watch Thomas and the Engine, but that's coming through for some reason. Long-term goals is harmony. What are his talents and strengths? We want to kind of sum it up, so it's not going to be each specific one. I can go into that later with a different deck, but in this deck, we're just going to go into one card for his talents and strength. We have the Page of Cups. That's inner child at play. What I mean by that is Page of Cups is one of the first court cards in the Cups. The Cups is usually about your emotional development, your emotions in general. Page of Cups is someone who's very open, very playful, very flirty, very open to what is coming in emotionally. So he's coming from a place of childlike wonder. One of his talents is being able to have childlike wonder. And something so beautiful about childlike wonder is it takes a lot of vulnerability to be that. Most people feel like they have to have some kind of defense mechanism in place in order to do what they need to do. But he's coming from a place of openness, of trust, of childlike wonder, of faith. It's something that is more powerful than people might give it. People should really see how beautiful children are in that they trust so openly, and they are worthy of being protected. So protected at all costs is what I'm hearing. His talent is being someone that is loving despite anything that may have come across his path that would have affected that. That's his strength. That's where his strength resides primarily, is what they want us to know. What are his current challenges and obstacles, things he should look out for, advice basically on his situation? Two of Swords. Okay, so Two of Swords energy is about having indecisiveness, not being sure, and I'm hearing indecisive about what to share. So he's feeling indecisive and split at times on whether he can share something with his fans, with the people he loves, okay? Because he wants harmony. He wants to focus in on this 10 of Cups energy. I want you guys to keep that in mind as we go on. His long-term goal is to be at a place of harmony continuously. So if he feels like he can't show a side of himself or reveal something about himself that will cause disharmony, then he feels split. Indecision is coming in as his challenge here. Usually the Two of Swords is about also your mental state. So he's kind of caught up in his mind at times when it comes to how things are perceived. He wants people to see it a certain way, and he's afraid of people seeing the truth of a situation. We'll look into that later if we need to. The next one, number 6, is going to be, what is his direction to take to make the best use of his fullest potential? What is the direction he needs to take? The Star. Oh my gosh. He has really cool cards. Okay. The Star is about inspiration. It's about healing. It's about being a unique being, because when I think of stars, they're so unique, each and every one of them. And there's something really beautiful about seeing them. They're seen to the world, and I feel like he is already a star. So I feel like this is also indicative of him continuing to focus on his stardom. I also feel like this is also about to make the best of his experience on this earth. He needs to actually allow himself to heal. When he heals, he will then be able to help others heal. He is healing as we all are as human beings, right? He needs to just continue to focus on his healing path, on what's best for him mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Always keeping in mind, his heart, his body. I think that is what Spirit is saying. His direction is needed. When you're looking at the star card here, you're noticing this person pouring out water in 2 cisterns of water, one into a lake and one into the greenery here. If you guys can see it, it's kind of blurry. I feel like Spirit's saying that he's pouring out to you guys as his fans. So he's pouring out this water onto fertile ground, onto the trees, onto the plants around him. But he also needs to remember to remain full in his own self, in his spirituality, or whatever it is that he holds on to. He needs to remain full. He can't give everything to anyone. He must always maintain the boundaries necessary in order to give to people and to love people and to help heal or facilitate healing for others. As a major in psych, I just feel like he really just needs to focus in always on his own inner journey and his healing and being true to himself. As long as he's doing that continuously, that's something we all need to focus in on and think about. I feel like everyone needs to do this. He feels like a very open energy, a very loving, but also a very powerful energy. So he just needs to check in with himself and make sure he's healing and that he's addressing his own glass. Is my glass full before I pour into other people? Okay, beautiful. So the next one here is number 7. What are hidden aspects that need to be brought up or brought to light here? Hidden aspects are the 3 of Swords. He has some pain. Okay, so he has some hurt, some disappointment of the past. I feel like something hidden was not revealed to us, but he had to deal with some pain while he was smiling and while he was operating in the way that he would. He tried not to let this pain affect his work life, his work balance, his interactions with people, with his friends, with his family, with his teammates or bandmates. I feel like he had some pain. So this is something hidden that you guys weren't aware of. So some of you guys might know a little bit about his dating history, and maybe that will be what you know that I don't. I tend to not come into any of these readings, just as a heads up. I usually like to say this earlier before I start the reading, but I forgot to say that. I am unbiased in the sense that I don't know 95% of the information that is out there about these celebrities, because I purposely don't want to impact or affect the reading. I feel like for me, it's easy to be biased as a person that watches a certain celebrity, and so I purposely will not look into information or headlines on that person so that I can get a clearer message and you can tell me, is it correct? Is it coming through as what you know? That's how I do it. Pain. Okay. So there's some pain that needs to be brought up or brought to light. That will be helpful. If he can address this pain that he went through in the background, I feel like it would really help and benefit him. So we'll see what that's about later. Okay. What are the near future influences within the next 6 months? What are some near future influences in his surroundings? 2 of Cups. Whoa. Okay. So near future influences might involve someone that he is very connected to in a spiritual sense. This can be just a partner, like a soulmate type relationship, someone that he's really drawn by. And I'm feeling like I need to show you this card. Gift. Okay, so this person is a gift to him. So we're going to see someone come out, and the 17 is actually the number of this card, the star. Someone who's going to be bringing a lot of healing or helping him heal. Someone really close to him in the next 6 months is going to be revealing themselves or showing themselves to you guys. So, wow, it could be family, because I feel like we have people that are very connected to us in our family. And it could also be a love interest. Spirit, can you clarify this 2 of Cups for me? So it says high honor. And I accidentally caught on to this one, but it says thief. So This is a really, when I see the Thief card turned around, right, it makes me think of this person being a very giving person. They're not interested in stealing from him. Message. So someone really sweet's going to message him. And I feel like that's going to be something that affects his happiness that will really help him right now. It's going to be a gift to him. Interesting. So I feel like it's a parent. Want to know why? So I feel like it's a parent of some sort, maybe reaching out to him and speaking to him. Because I'm getting mature woman and mature man. So I'm feeling like his parents are going to be either coming up in the news in the next 6 months, or he's going to be spending time with them, much needed time, or receiving a message from them. Yeah, distant horizons, despair, and young man. He needs he needs them, basically. So expect that in the next 6 months. But let's go into the summation, the summary of this whole thing. 6 of Cups, soulmate relationships, nostalgia. He's feeling a bit nostalgic. I feel like he has a lot of love in his life, a lot of love that he wants to give, because the 6 of Cups is about giving to someone. I feel like he looks at you guys and he wants to give to you constantly. I feel like he loves and he has a lot of soulmate connections around him. Soulmates can take on so many different forms. It is not just a relationship like a romantic relationship. Your dog, your cat, your turtle, your parent, your brother, your stepbrother. I mean, there can be so many other people in your life that are connected to you in a deeper sense. Your friend can be your soulmate. So I want you guys to kind of see that he feels connected to you guys and feels very much connected to a number and broader range of people. I feel like he has a lot of soulmates, which is not always common in... It's not an experience everyone has. I just want to say that. Some people have a couple, but then older souls tend to have a lot more. So I don't know if he's an older soul. We will see. Oh, man. But bottom of the deck, beautiful, is the 8 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, and the 6 of Pentacles. He's finding a really great balance with his work life. He's finding balance also in how he gives and receives. I feel like almost like this is really interesting. I feel like ever since he started like branching out and doing his own thing, I feel like that's been really helpful to him, because I feel like he has more of an adjustment. I feel like he's adjusted a lot better and has had an adjustment period where he can actually focus on his tasks and focus on his artistry and come through as the way, organically as he is. I feel like there's something about that coming through. I feel like he shines regardless, but there's something about him having more time or feeling like he's in more balance now than he has been in the past. He loves it. This is a happy medium for him, is what I'm hearing. Okay. So with regards to Jungkook, let's go into archetypes. What archetypes does he embody, Spirit? What are his light attributes here? Whoa. Okay. Interesting. We have slave, and I want you guys to listen to that before you judge it. We have thief coming through. We had thief coming through earlier, right? So these are both light and shadow. Please keep in mind that when you hear thief, it is not always going to be like someone who steals. This is about light and karmic or light and shadow attributes. We all have light and shadow within us. So no one is exempt. But I feel like these are all really, really great attributes, because it says surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. He has something about himself where he's able to trust and able to be a very flexible person. He is extremely flexible, guys. I feel like he has to, I'm hearing bend, but he doesn't do it in a sense where he's upset or resentful of it. It's more so he does it because he knows that it helps him in his path. So there's a way to allow yourself to align with someone or to decide to help or assist the collective with your music, with your artistry, with your dancing, with your speech. I feel like he helps people, and he's willing to do that, and he trusts the divine regardless of anyone. It's like he deserves so much, and I feel like he wants to pour out to people, and in doing that he receives something in return. It's that energy coming through from him. We also have visionary, which is really cool. This is the capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. He is very selfless, okay? Very selfless of a person. His heart is really full. I'm hearing that. His heart is really open, and it's like emotional to think about. Yeah, he has a really open heart. There's something about him. Thief sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Very powerful energy, because it takes power to know that no one can make you do anything you don't want to do. He's rather, whenever he submits to an authority, like for instance the industry, whenever he submits to an authority, he already knows that he is powerful. That makes the hugest difference than you deciding to align with someone and thinking that they're in control of you. He doesn't feel that way. He actually feels like he is the one in control, as he should, right? I feel like you should feel empowered in every and any situation you're in. Okay, awesome. So what are some karmic attributes that you'd like to share with us, Spirit, that we can know of? Queen. What are some karmic or shadow attributes? Trickster. What are some karmic attributes that we should know? Karmic is not necessarily inherently bad. It's just something that is a sort of a defense mechanism from childhood or from youth. Most of the time we learn to heal or learn to address certain painful things in our lives, and the way that we learn to do it affects how we present ourselves. So it's not coming from the best place, but these attributes are saying this is what he had to deal with, or this is what he has to be in control of, the tendency to do these three things. So we have Queen, becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling and demanding. So he has a sense of self with the Thief card, right? Seeing the potential within himself that can never be stolen. So when he's operating in that energy and he's strong and very strong-willed, he will not let anyone tell him anything different. When he's upset, when he's unbalanced, he will resort to being controlling and demanding. He will tell you what he feels, and he won't change what he says. He's very direct. It feels like earth and fire energy. Okay. Trickster, manipulating others through duplicity. So this is about being able to put on a show or having multiple personalities, not in the sense of a disorder. Please do not take it that way. This is more so being able to go and shift your behaviors or shift your persona for people. So he's able to do that really well. He's able to shift, and I'm feeling that Three of Swords energy coming through from earlier, if you guys remember that. When he's in pain, he's able to control his feeling and output so that he can then provide what he is asked, what other people are requesting of him. He's able to perform, to do his work, to do his craft without letting the hurt show. So he's really good at hiding it. We also have Poet, turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive event, or turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect, is what I meant to say. I feel like he's really good with words, really poetic. I feel like he is good at crafting his words together, and I feel like he just needs to be wary of what he says, because of his words having some more power. And what I mean by that is some people have him saying stuff that I don't even think he feels comfortable with sometimes. I'm just going to be honest. I feel like sometimes he feels like he's not comfortable with saying something, and because they know his power, I feel like they let him say it, or they make him say it, or decide to tell him to say it. And I'm getting the Chariot as I'm saying that, which tells me that they usually try to throw something at him to say that's very passionate, that's very seductive or alluring, but I don't feel like sometimes he really wants to say it like that. We have Strength card and the Four of Cups. He tries to control how the industry tries to manipulate people. So when they give him a song, or they try to tell him to say something in the song that he doesn't feel comfortable with, he's not very accepting of it. He's kind of like, I don't know. What do you guys think? And he'll refer to other people to help him understand something. Like, how do you guys feel about this lyric? And then I don't know who else would address this, but I'm hearing RM. And I know RM is a part of the team. He's the leader. So I feel as though he helps he looks at things in a very balanced way is what I'm getting. He's a very balanced energy. I feel like he's also competitive, but he's more so like foundational. And I feel like what he does is he'll listen and he'll say, okay, let's rest on it. Let's think about this, and then we'll come back and reconvene. And I'm gonna ask you the questions as to why you don't want to put this into your video, or why you don't want to say this word. Very thoughtful, very constructive. I'm getting that energy from him, and I haven't done his reading yet. He is the Hierophant. That's about hierarchy. They respect him a lot. Okay. Hermit. So Hermit, Virgo energy is coming through here. So I'm a Virgo, so I feel like I resonate with Virgo energy a lot. So that's what I have coming through for his archetypes. That was really interesting. Okay, let's move into, whoa, at the bottom of the deck, guys, let me show you something. We have God, or the God archetype, the victim, and the shapeshifter. He has a way of understanding people in so many different ways, or different walks of life. He resonates with so many of you, and I feel like it's because his soul is older. The reason why so many people are interested in Jungkook, I feel like, is because he is a lot more mature for his age. I'm just gonna say that. People tend to assume or evaluate a person by their age, and it's such a mistake. There's so much more to people than their age here. We also have Don Juan, which is about him being very seductive and alluring. All right, let's look into his love. Love, love, love. I'm trying to think. What would you like to say about his love life currently? With respect to the ins and outs, of course, just wanting to know an overall energy here. We have the 10 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. What would you like to say about his love life currently? Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. Wow. Okay. I'm just going to tell you guys in a second. I just want to like kind of meditate on these a bit before I say the entire story, because I'm getting a story here. Let's see. My gosh. Okay, so there's someone he's seeing behind closed doors. He's very passionate about this person with the Page of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. Very protective, which means that he likely not much will come through, because I feel like there's resistance and there's spiritual boundaries in play or at play. But I'm seeing here the 10 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the 3 of Cups here. And what I'm feeling is that there was an ending, or there was a very difficult situation that came to an end. I don't know why it would be difficult if it's already currently happening, but it feels as though there's communication about this being a friendship, or focusing on friendship at the moment. The 2 of Pentacles, or the 2 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords tells me that they miss each other. They miss each other, because I'm seeing like, yeah, the Queen of Pentacles and the Hermit is coming through, as well as the 5 of Wands. So they have a very conflicted schedule. One second. Their schedule conflicts. So they're really upset about not being able to see each other. So communication has been pretty low. I feel like they see each other more than they actually speak. Which that means that basically they're not getting to speak to each other a lot. When they see each other, it's not very often either. Can you imagine not really being able to see the person that you really care about? Bad health. I'm feeling like there's something going on with my throat chakra. One second. That usually happens and manifests in my readings when I feel like the person has so much to say, but they're not saying it. And it's really... One second. It's really frustrating. Yeah, he sees her as an empress. He's in love with this girl. Oh my gosh. Whoever this is, he's sneaking away he just wants to sneak away to see her. And look at that, guys. Emperor and Empress. Come on now. she's not near him right now. So just as a clue, if you guys don't know, or you guys maybe have heard something, suspected something, they're not near to each other. What I'm getting is that they're seeing each other or trying to connect from afar. They're trying to communicate from afar. When they communicate, there's like celebration. There's so much happiness. There's so much love. They look at each other and they want to see each other. They want to physically see each other, but they're not able to. Their schedules are conflicting. They are right now mostly friends because I feel like they cannot establish something yet. But with the death in reverse, that means that they're not getting a chance to move into the next stage that they want to. They're trying to keep this up and revive, or not revive, but keep something going while they're waiting. They'd rather have something with the Queen of Pentacles, anything, friendship, something, in order to maintain this. Is there anything else you'd like to say about this relationship, Spirit? Is there anything else? I feel like I should shift to another deck. We have, wow, the Devil and the Queen of Wands. Interesting. We have the Tower. And we have the Sun. Whoa. Something about this isn't balanced, though. He's very attached to her. Interesting. You can be attached to someone, but also it can be a negative attachment. Something's not balanced about this relationship. I feel like she's a Queen of Wands here. And in the relationship, Jungkook is very like open and honest and clear. And I feel like she receives so much love from him. Spirit guides, I'm going to use another deck. What would you like to say about this person that Jungkook is interested in, Spirit? Nine of Wands. This person has Temperance, and the Nine of Wands is telling me she might be a fire sign, because fire sign energy is coming through a lot. The Devil came through for her. Justice, Knight of Swords, very communicative, but very like defensive. I don't know if she's had some breakups in the past and experienced like hardships in love, but she feels like she's almost like a little too free with him, or meaning that she doesn't hold on to him. She's not really interested in holding on to him. I feel like she also is very independent, which is a beautiful thing. I just feel like she almost is like stringing him along in a sense. Yeah, there's something about the Tower coming down. They're having to be this moment where they're going to have to come to a decision on what this is, because I feel like they're both very independent energies that are having fun. I feel like they have a lot of emotion, specifically Jungkook towards this person, but I feel like she's almost defensive or very like headstrong. She's not really willing to accept how she feels. Let's get into how they feel about each other, because I know this video is going on into 35 minutes now. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. What is Jungkook's external vibe towards this lover or this romantic partner? What is his external vibe towards this person? We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. He wants to see her. He thinks about her a lot. It keeps him up at night, literally thinking about her, which is why it makes me feel like he's in love with her way more than she's in love with him. He looks at her and desires her. He like wants her. He like, wow, he sees her as the Empress. He's hooked on this girl. How does she externally feel about him, Spirit? This is more so how his friends see him. Whoa, okay. So Spirit, let's just see what these are upright, because they're going to take on similar meanings here for us. So we have the Eight of Swords. The reverse can change meanings, but I don't feel like the deck was upright, because all of it was in reverse here. So the Eight of Swords, the Magician, and the Ace of Swords. She thinks he's communicative, but she herself feels confused and conflicted about being around him externally. When I mentioned that he was all about her, this is like how he feels with his external friends, family, people that know this. But I feel like he's not sharing this with certain people. And I feel like he sees her as a very bountiful, generous person, and he just wants to run to her. King of Swords, he's very communicative with her, and he talks about some really a lot of difficulties that he has, and that might be where this connection stems from. Maybe they just started talking and they resonated with each other very deeply. I feel like he's been honest with her about his need for balance in his life, and I feel like she gave him either advice or spoke to him when he felt like he didn't have many people to talk to about these deeper subjects. What is his internal vibe towards her, towards this person, whoever this is? Ace of Wands has a lot of passion for her, but he's indecisive. He has a lot of passion towards her, but he is not able to move. And remember when the Two of Swords was his obstacle? We have the Star, the Hermit, the Nine of Swords again, and the King of Wands in reverse. He's not moving. He's trying to cope on his own without addressing this. It keeps him up at night. It's really stressful to feel. He's the Emperor in this situation, but he had some heartache from the past. Is this person someone that hurt him in the past, Spirit? We have the Knight of Cups. Yeah. Was this person someone that hurt him in the past? Has this person hurt him before? Yes. This is someone from the past, guys. So you're going to know if you know enough about him. This is someone from the past that's coming back, and he still thinks about them. He still wants them. But I'm going to look into what she thinks, or whoever this is. I don't like pronouns unless I know, but I'm just going to go with that. Let's see here. What does this person internally feel towards him, towards Jungkook, the world? She sees him as very powerful, transformative, but she feels interesting. She sees him as a friend more than anything, and she sees him as a very abundant person. She sees him at a soul level, but I don't know if it's a romantic level as heavily as he does. But she has the Queen of Cups coming out. Is there anything else you'd like to say about how she feels internally? She thinks he's a very balanced person. She also has the Devil. She feels like she's attached to him emotionally, physically, mentally. But she sees him as a really joyful person, someone that she would want to get to know. The Lovers. Wow. The Lovers came through for him, guys, for how she feels about him. She really likes him a lot, but I feel like she has some pain to deal with. With the Ten of Swords, you see how intense that is? She feels like that inside. And another one is the Seven of Swords. This is about deceit and lying. I feel like she has to lie in order to keep this going, or she feels like she has to lie to him in some form, and it's affecting her in the sense that she feels like she can't disclose certain things. That's coming through. So, wow, okay. This feels kind of sad in a sense where I feel like they have to do this for the sake of the relationship. Spirit, what is his career trajectory going to be like? Let's just go back to career. What can we expect on his trajectory? We have the Hanged Man. He's going to make some deliberation that you're not expecting. He's going to take a turn or decide to do something very different than what you're likely expecting from him. Expect the unexpected, and expect a very defensive, a very strong-willed person who is going to be open to the possibilities and is going to change in many ways. The Star in reverse here. I feel like he's also going to be more humanitarian. More so, and he's going to focus in on helping people that are very heartbroken or going through some difficulties or some transitions. This could be with housing, helping people in the community that need help with housing, that need help with money. He's going to be taking more of a philanthropic, if that's the word, focus on things, helping people with their fears, facing their fears or easing their fears going forward. So that's really beautiful. He's going to be doing some things that you're not expecting. I feel like he's not talking about it just yet. This is something that's in the works, though, on his trajectory. We also have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Money is still something that he's trying to save up so that he can do that that aspect of his path, but I feel like he has such a perspective on the world. He might take some time away, because I'm seeing the Five of Pentacles, which tells me that he feels like kind of left out in the dark, or feels like that's going to come upon him at some point. I don't know why that would, but he's moving on to calmer waters and maybe finding some more peace and stability. That's going to be later on, and I'm hearing 7, so that could be 7 years from now. For some reason, I'm getting that time frame. Spirit guides, what would you like to say about his career path going forward? So we have one card. We have false person, courtship, and we have one more card coming through, great fortune. He might take on a PR relationship. I'm just going to let you guys know. That's going to help PR in some way with regards to money, with regards to kind of holding things, keeping things tight, like keeping up appearances. Something like that's coming through. He's going to feel imprisoned by it though, guys. So please be sweet and kind about this situation. It feels like it's going to come into the media. You're going to hear about some false person that he is going to start dating. It's not the case though. Just want to let like his fans know it's not the case. This is actually just for PR, so it's not the person that I referenced earlier. He's going to feel imprisoned by it for a little bit, but he's going to make it. Yeah, imprisoned. He's going to feel stuck in this situation. Again, false person. So they just want you guys to know it's going to help bring some money somehow on his path. I feel like they gave him a certain amount of money to be seen with this person. I really hope that he finds joy with whoever it is that he loves truly and deeply, because every person deserves to be in a relationship with someone they want to be in a relationship with, and to be able to share the intimate and, you know, the intimate side of things with that person and not have, you know, people trying to break them up or trying to put them down. So I hope that happens for him, that he gets to experience love with someone, and whether it be in seclusion, like hiding away, I hope he gets to find all of what he needs in a relationship and in himself primarily here. So that is what I have for you guys today. I want to do one more card here for the Moonology. What Moonology card would you like to provide for Jungkook, Spirit? Okay, so we have 2. Okay, there's 4. So the first one is don't let pride get in your way. I think he's doing really amazing and will continue to do so, but I feel like the emotional aspects of his life is going to come up, meaning he needs to take care of his emotional health as he's going. He's already taking time to breathe out, which is the main thing that I would really say, focusing on his emotional state so that he can still love and show love to other people. Adjustments are required is the next card. So he needs to allow himself to adjust in this time. He's going to be taking on a shift in his career. I feel like it's a dramatic shift. Like his schedule is going to be it's like something's shifting with his schedule, something's shifting with the way in which he operates. And it was working for him, but he needs to maintain balance with his work schedule. He's going to need to adjust after this PR relationship comes out for sure. There's also a third one, which is confidence is your key to success. He needs to just be confident in the plan, confident in what's coming through for him. I'm hearing researcher. I feel like he's going to learn a lot from the people that he's going to be working with. I feel like someone's going to be working with him that he's really excited about in regards to the future, not like current energies. This is someone else down the road. I feel like he's going to be really excited to work with this person, and I don't know why I'm hearing Stevie Wonder. But I feel like he's going to be, I'm hearing synchronizing with someone that really resonates with him. And I feel like he just needs to let himself always focus on his happiness, his emotional health, stability, and then also rising to the occasion. And he's going to be just fine. So I'm really excited to see what happens for Jungkook. I'm excited to see what great things transpire for him. But this is what I'll leave you with for now. Please let me know if there are any other recommendations that you have. I'd be happy to see what I can tune into with my guides. Of course, my intuitive senses are what I focus on. So if I cannot do that, I will let you know. But like, share, and subscribe. I really would love to see more people here seeing this content so that they can be aware of what's going on as well. So please share, like, and subscribe. Doing that will help people see this in the algorithm. But without further ado, I'd like to say thank you guys for tuning in. Check out my exclusive content and personal readings in my description box below, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.